Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Legends. So, the Dragon Ball Legends Information February 2025 stream has just ended, and with it, we did get the confirmation of 2 new Sparking units and 1 new Zenkai. So, the new Sparking units we'll be getting in the game are a brand new Sparking Super Trunks, finally, because it's been forever since we've had Super Trunks as a unit in this game, and for the first time ever, an LF Instant Transmission Super Saiyan Goku. So that's going to be really interesting to see how they function. But also, the Zenkai unit we'll be getting is the green First Form Cell unit as well. So all in all, I did record my reaction, so check that out first, and then we'll break down what they can do. All right, who's it going to be? Dragon Ball Legends? As fast as their limits? Okay, Super Trunks? Okay, it's been a while since we had a new Super Trunks, but okay. I mean, hey, as long as he's clean. Okay. I mean, again, it's been a while since we had a new Super Trunks unit, so I'll take it. Wait, what? Super Saiyan Goku? I mean, the art's clean, but Super Saiyan Goku? Really? Okay, wait, that's cool. Wait, hold on. That was clean. But I'm just surprised that it ended up being Goku. Oh, instant transmission. Yeah. Okay, fair. That definitely deserves to be an LF, 100%. Gone. Like, I'm actually shocked that that hasn't been an LF yet, but now it is.
That was a good fight.
Okay, well, yeah. I thought it would have been like Cell or something, but hey, okay. So now that we've seen what they can do, let's break it down. So, starting off with Trunks, it says Sparking Super Trunks is a red unit, he's a defense type, his tags are Vegeta Clan, Hybrid Saiyan, Super Saiyan, and Future, and Z Ability 3 buffs Tag Hybrid Saiyan, Tag Vegeta Clan, and Episode Cell Saga Z. So, you know, of course, it's a Cell Saga buff, which makes me wonder why they were also focusing on the Android Saga if, like, you know, they were trying to build up to this. I mean, granted, it would obviously, you know, boost the Android tag, which is fine, but I digress. Either way, though, it is Cell Saga Z. I'm actually really surprised that we don't have Daima though, because even though, you know, they were building up to, you know, Cell Saga, Daima is almost over, and there's been a lot of stuff that's released, you know, from, you know, that show, I will say there's a lot of content that's available now for them to make characters with. So I'm just a bit shocked that there's no Daima, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, moving on to the next page, we have overwhelming defensive abilities that activate when changing cover. Unique ability. The following effects occur when changing cover. Activates twice. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws a special move arts card next. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 5 timer counts. Randomly destroys 2 enemy cards. Reduces enemy ki by 30. Seals enemies Rising Rush for 10 timer counts. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 20 to all arts costs for 10 timer counts. Seals all enemies' main abilities for 10 timer counts. Restores 30% of damage received after enemy attack is over, up to 30% of own health. Restores own health by 30% once it reaches 0. Cannot be cancelled. So, just knocking out the very, very obvious one. This unit has endurance. Why am I so scared that this unit has endurance? Because he pairs up with Vegeta Clan. You know who's on Vegeta Clan who has endurance and who is still a powerful unit even though they're not on the feature boost anymore? Ultra Majin Vegeta. So that's not really going to be fun to deal with, but if that's the tag that you're using, well, congratulations, you have another endurance unit. He also heals a bit, you know, up to 30%, you know, after the enemy attack is over, so that's kind of cool. But when you change cover, this only activates twice. being able to get a special move is nice, especially, you know, if you cover change, you know, correctly and whatnot. Going element neutral is, well, it's for damage sustained, so that's good, right? But general neutrality would have just been better, but it is what it is. Destroying enemy cards is always going to be a good thing. Crippling their key, always going to be a good thing. Sealing rush, raising their arts costs, and sealing their main abilities. So it pretty much is, you have the ability to disrupt the opponent, but you do want to be careful with it because these abilities only activate twice. So again, it doesn't sound bad at all, especially being able to seal rush and main abilities for sure. But with how long combos go, even sealing rush and main abilities for 10 timer counts may not be enough. There's units that can combo for far longer than that. But you know, generally speaking, it's not a bad ability. It's really not. Okay, on to the next page. Powerful special move arts after being hit by an enemy attack. Unique ability. The following effects occur every time when hit with an enemy's arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. Plus 20% to special move damage inflicted for 30 timer counts up to 80%. Plus 10% to own critical rate for 30 timer counts up to 40%. Nullifies enemies, restores health when it reaches 0 effects. When this character attacks for 15 timer counts, activates once. Activation count resets after character switch. Okay, so he has multiple ways of nullifying endurance, which is good, right? Because again, it says every time when hit with an enemy's arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. So if you're getting comboed with Trunks with a unit that may have endurance, you can either just attack them, you know, if circumstances allow for tapping, just attack your opponent, nullify their endurance within 15 timer counts. That's great, right? And if you can't do it, take him out and then throw him back in to like cover change or something, and then bam, you now nullify endurance again. So yeah, that could actually be, we'll have to see how that works, because it's really feeding into the defensive capabilities of the unit. That's the main thing. But it could be solid, we'll see. But boosting your crit rate is going to be good because that's extra damage that you can deal, especially seeing that you're able to stack it up to 40%. And boosting your special move, you know, up to 80% is also going to be pretty powerful. So again, we'll have to see how that works, but I am glad that at least he does have more than one way of nullifying endurance, because that can be helpful, especially seeing that he has endurance and he's a red unit, where in this meta, being able to nullify endurance, especially being a red unit, is kind of important. And then on to the final page. Power up if there are certain allies. Unique ability. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts if there is a tag Hybrid Saiyan, tag Vegeta Clan, or episode Cell Saga Z battle member other than this character in the party. Plus 30% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Reduces impact and explode damage received by 10%, cannot be cancelled. Applies attribute upgrade, shortens substitution count by 2 for 60 timer counts, cannot be cancelled. Nullifies attribute downgrades for 60 timer counts, cannot be cancelled. Okay, so just long story short, throw them on hybrids, Vegeta Clan, or Cell Saga Z. You get some benefits off of it, like again, your sub counts are now shorter by 2. You nullify attribute downgrades, so that's good. Impact and explode damage is, you know, you take less damage from that, that's good. You do get a damage buff. Pretty general stuff, so not really much to really break down because it's pretty straightforward. And now we have the brand new LF unit, and that is none other than Super Saiyan Goku. So it says Legends Limited Sparking Super Saiyan Goku. He's a purple unit. Yeah, we'll see how that works. He's a range type. Yeah, we will see how that works. His tags are Sun Family, Saiyan, and Super Saiyan. And Z ability 3 buffs tag Sun Family, tag Saiyan, and episode Cell Saga Z. Now, before I move on, I'm worried because again, we're not in a meta where purple units are like dominant by any means. We're still in a yellow unit meta, right? Like just naming some powerful yellow units that are in the meta right now. Obviously, Ultra Majin Vegeta, Ultra Beast Gohan, and you guys generally don't understand. Zenkai LF Gogeta Blue is an absolute monster. Even running him on a 6x Zenkai boosted mono yellow team, he can delete red units. Like, so imagine pairing up that unit against a purple unit. He's going to annihilate them. So him being a purple unit, I'm kind of worried. Like, I mean, of course, like, you can pair him with, for example, since obviously he's Sun Family, you can pair him up with Ultra Beast Gohan, which would work, right? But generally speaking, people are gonna be using yellow units. This unit is probably gonna get heavily countered. We'll have to see, but again, it is still a reason to be worried about how this unit will perform. Anyway, on to the next page. Many ways to restore the Vanishing Gauge. Main ability, restores own Vanishing Gauge by 100%. Special move arts, restores own Vanishing Gauge by 70% upon activation. Ultimate arts, restores own Vanishing Gauge by 70% upon activation. Strike Blast arts, restores own Vanishing Gauge by 10% upon activation. Okay, so as long as you pretty much breathe, right? I think the only thing that doesn't aid in that is your special skill, but pretty much if you breathe, you're gonna be restoring your Vanishing Gauge. Like, it doesn't show any limitation on it. So, special move, if you miss, fantastic. You get 70% of your Vanish back. Same with your ult. Striker Blast, as long as he's able to combo for a long while, then I think you should be able to get pretty close to getting your Vanish gauge back, or you should be able to get it back. We will see. But, I mean, being able to get your Vanish back is always going to be a good thing. Now, on the next page, wide range special arts great for stealing back your turn for offense. Special arts applies the following effects to self upon activation. Restores health by 10% and ki by 50. Charges unique gauge by 25%. The following effects occur on hit. Randomly draws one new card. Applies buff effect. Nullifies enemies' special actions that activate when changing cover to self for 5 timer counts. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 5 timer counts, cannot be cancelled. Unique ability, randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws a special arts card next when this character performs a vanishing step. Activates 3 times. Okay, so yeah, we finally get to talk about the special skill. And we did see it in the gameplay. It is an AoE special skill, so generally speaking, even though it looks cool, it's not gonna be fun to deal with online. Like, let's be honest. But putting that to the side, as long as you activate it, you restore your health and you get ki. So that's good. You get 50 ki. So you should be able to use any arts card that you have, obviously apart from like outlying circumstances, like if you have arts card or arts costs up or whatever the case may be. You charge your unique gauge by 25%. That's good. Being able to nullify cover change is an absolute must. 5 timer counts is not bad, although 10 would be nice, but then again, if you nullify for 10, like, combos are just never gonna end. And then of course you draw a card. So hopefully you draw a card that will allow you to be able to continue comboing, but still, you draw a card if you land the hit, which is good. And then nullifying unfavorable element factors for 5 timer counts. So he does technically have something that he can use against the likes of yellow units, but for 5 timer counts, you're gonna have to make every second count. And then, of course, you know the unique ability randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws a special arts card next when this character performs a vanishing step. So pretty much, as long as you vanish, you get a special skill. And it activates 3 times. So you want to be really, really careful, or you want to use characters that have the ability to block AoEs. Like, for example, I believe Super Saiyan Goku Mini is one of those characters. So you might want to start using those type of characters. On the next page, powerful support abilities like damage boost for allies. Unique ability. Gradually charges own unique gauge over time while this character is on the battlefield or on standby. Applies the following effects to allies once unique gauge is full. Restores health by 10% and ki by 30. 20 or plus 20% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Shortens substitution count by 2. The following effects occur if own unique gauge is full when this character is switched to standby. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer cards. Shortens own substitution count by 2. Restores ally health by 10%. Plus 20% to damage inflicted by allies for 15 timer counts. The following effects occur if own unique gauge is full when this character is defeated. plus 20% to damage inflicted by allies cannot be canceled. So, this is a very support heavy type of unique gauge. So, when it's full, you're pretty much helping out not only Goku himself, but also the team. So, again, just being able to, boost their damage inflicted is going to be important. And it can't be canceled, mind you. He also restores, their health and ki. Like, this is going to be kind of problematic depending on, like, what teams you put him on, right? Because there's a lot of units that could, like, take advantage of that and would just be absolute monsters, right? So, it's not bad. And of course, like, if the unique gauge is full while the character is switched to standby, you draw a card, right? So maybe if you're like in the midst of a combo or whatever the case may be, if his unique gauge fills up, because again, it charges over time, whether he's in or out, then you get a card and you may be able to continue your combo. So who knows? But again, the health restoration is nice. The key recovery is nice. The damage buff is nice. Shortening sub counts is great. And also he has those death buffs as well. So if your unique gauge is full and he dies, your team gets another buff. So again, it could become quite problematic, especially with him having that AoE special skill. I'm really not looking forward to that. And then finally on the last page, KO enemies in an instant with an ultimate arts that prevents switching. Ultimate arts, the following effects occur upon activation if all unique gauge is full. Plus 30% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts cannot be cancelled. Inflicts all enemies with no switching for 3 timer counts. So yeah, if your unique gauge is full and he pops his main ability and uses that ult, you're locked in. If he's up against a green unit, that green unit's probably dead. So again, being able to inflict no switching in general has always been a good ability. So him having that with his ult, even though it is tied with the unique gauge, but still, him having that with his ult is gonna be really, really good. But yeah, that is about it. And again, like I said, we are getting the Zenkai for first form cell, the green unit from many years ago. But apart from that though, that's pretty much all the details of the new units that we'll be getting in the game. But I do want to know what you guys think about all of them in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.